Picture this. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. The autumn leaves are just starting to turn, and there is a gentle breeze in the air. You decide to take a walk to the mailbox, something you have done thousands of times before. But halfway there, you find yourself stopping, placing a hand on your chest, and taking deeper breaths than usual. For 68-year-old Margaret, a retired school teacher from Ohio, this exact moment changed everything. She was not sick, did not smoke, and had always considered herself reasonably healthy. Yet something as simple as walking to get her mail had become challenging. She found herself making excuses to avoid stairs, choosing the closest parking spots, and declining invitations that involved much walking. But here is what Margaret discovered, and what her doctor later confirmed with fascinating research from Harvard Medical School. Your lungs are incredibly adaptable muscles. Just like your arms and legs, they can be strengthened, trained, and revitalized at any age. The best part: you do not need expensive equipment, a gym membership, or hours of your day. What you need are the right techniques and just a few minutes of daily practice. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-based health wisdom designed specifically for adults navigating their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. I am here to help you live your most vibrant, independent life possible. If breathing easier and feeling stronger sounds like something you want for yourself or someone you love, hit that subscribe button right now. Today, we are diving deep into simple, proven breathing exercises that can transform how you feel every single day. Have you ever wondered why something as natural as breathing becomes more difficult as we age? Or why your grandchildren seem to have endless energy while you feel winded after simple activities? Stay with me, because the answers and the solutions might surprise you. Breathing is the most fundamental thing we do. We take about 20,000 breaths every day without even thinking about it. But that does not mean all those breaths are working as efficiently as they could be. As we age, several predictable changes happen in our respiratory system, and understanding these changes is the first step to doing something about them. According to research published by the National Institute on Aging, our lung tissue naturally loses some of its elasticity as we get older. Imagine a rubber band that has been stretched many times and does not snap back quite as quickly. This makes it harder for our lungs to fully expand and contract with each breath. At the same time, the diaphragm, that large dome-shaped muscle under your lungs that does most of the work of breathing, gradually weakens. Think of it like any other muscle in your body. If you do not use your biceps regularly, they get weaker. The same happens with breathing muscles when they are not properly challenged. There is also what researchers call decreased chest wall compliance. In simple terms, the muscles between your ribs, called intercostal muscles, become less flexible. This makes it harder to take those deep, satisfying breaths that bring oxygen deep into your lungs where it is needed most. Here is the part that might concern you. The American Lung Association reports that these changes can lead to fatigue during daily activities, increased susceptibility to respiratory infections like pneumonia, and even strain on your heart as it works harder to pump oxygen throughout your body. But here is the empowering truth that Margaret learned. Targeted breathing exercises can significantly slow this decline. A 2023 study from the Cleveland Clinic showed that seniors who practiced breathing exercises for just 10 minutes daily saw measurable improvements in lung capacity within 4 weeks. Think of your lungs like a garden. Without regular tending, proper watering, pruning, and care, plants become less vibrant. But with consistent period, gentle attention, even a neglected garden can flourish again. Your lungs respond the same way to mindful breathing exercises. Before we learn the techniques that can help, let us talk about 5 common breathing habits that many of us develop without realizing. Habits that actually make lung function worse over time. Shallow chest breathing. This is probably the biggest culprit. Many people, especially when they are stressed or anxious, breathe high up in their chest using only the top portion of their lungs. Margaret noticed she did this whenever she felt rushed or worried. The problem: the lower parts of your lungs, where blood flow is richest and oxygen exchange is most efficient, barely get used. It is like having a beautiful dot, spacious house but only living in the attic. According to research from Johns Hopkins, shallow breathing can actually increase feelings of anxiety and fatigue because your body is not getting the oxygen it needs efficiently. One study participant, a 71-year-old retired carpenter named James, said he felt constantly tired until he learned he was only using about 30% of his lung capacity. Holding your breath during activities. Many people unconsciously hold their breath when concentrating, lifting something heavy, or climbing stairs. Margaret realized she held her breath every time she bent over to tie her shoes or reached up to get something from a high shelf. This habit reduces oxygen delivery to your muscles right when they need it most, and can make you feel dizzy or lightheaded. Poor posture while breathing. Slouching compresses your lungs and diaphragm, making it physically impossible to take full breaths. Think about it. If you scrunch up a paper bag, you cannot blow it up to its full size. The same thing happens to your lungs when your shoulders are hunched forward and your back is curved. Dr. Sarah Chen, a pulmonologist at Mayo Clinic, explains that poor posture can reduce lung capacity by up to 30%. That is significant. Imagine trying to fill your car's gas tank when you can only access 70% of it. Ignoring the exhale. Many people focus only on breathing in, but the exhale is equally important. If you do not empty your lungs properly, stale air gets trapped inside, taking up space that fresh, oxygen-rich air should occupy 0.0. It is like trying to fill a glass that still has old water in the bottom. You will never get it completely full of fresh water. Inconsistent practice. Just like you would not expect to build arm strength by lifting weights once a month, your breathing muscles need regular, consistent training. Margaret learned this lesson when she practiced breathing exercises intensively for a week, felt better, then stopped for 2 weeks and found herself back where she started. Have you recognized yourself in any of these habits? Do not worry. Most of us develop them without realizing it. The good news is, they can all be changed with the right approach and a little daily practice. Now for the exciting part, the specific techniques that can transform how you breathe and how you feel. These 5 exercises are simple, scientifically proven, and can be done anywhere, anytime. Diaphragmatic breathing, the foundation exercise. This is where Margaret started, and where I recommend you begin too. Lie down comfortably or sit in a chair with your back straight. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, focusing on making the hand on your belly rise while keeping the hand on your chest relatively still. Exhale slowly through slightly pursed lips, like you are blowing out a candle from across the room. Feel your belly hand fall as the air leaves your lungs. Practice this for 5 to 10 minutes daily. According to research from Harvard Health Publishing. This exercise strengthens your diaphragm and can increase oxygen efficiency by up to 15% within 3 weeks of regular practice. Robert, a 74-year-old retired electrician from Texas, told me this exercise alone helped him sleep better because he felt more relaxed and oxygen-rich before bedtime. He noticed that his wife stopped commenting about his restless tossing and turning at night. Pursed lip breathing, the energy saver. This technique is especially helpful if you have COPD, asthma, or just find yourself getting winded easily. Breathe in through your nose for a slow count of 2. Then, purse your lips like you are going to whistle and breathe out slowly for a count of 4, twice as long as your inhale. This technique works by creating a small amount of back pressure that keeps your airways open longer, allowing trapped air to escape. The Journal of Pulmonary Medicine published a 2022 study showing that seniors who used pursed lip breathing during physical activities could walk 23% farther before feeling winded. Linda, a 69-year-old grandmother from Florida, uses this technique every time she climbs the stairs to her second-floor bedroom. She says it has made the difference between arriving at the top breathless versus arriving ready to keep going. Box breathing, the calmer. This technique is fantastic for both lung training and stress reduction. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4. Then hold empty for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle 4 to 6 times. Navy SEALs use this technique to stay calm under pressure, but research from the Cleveland Clinic shows it is equally effective for seniors. The controlled holding phases help strengthen the muscles around your lungs while the rhythmic pattern calms your nervous system. Margaret found this especially helpful during medical appointments or stressful situations. She said it gave her a sense of control and helped her feel more centered. The rib stretch, the expander. Stand up straight with your hands on your hips. Take a deep breath in, consciously expanding your chest and rib cage as much as comfortable. Hold this expansion for 10 to 15 seconds, really feeling the stretch in the muscles between your ribs. Then breathe out slowly and completely. This exercise increases flexibility in your chest wall and helps counteract the stiffness that builds up from poor posture. Do this 3 to 5 times whenever you have been sitting for a while. Active breathing during gentle movement. This is not a separate exercise, but a way of breathing during activities like walking, swimming, or even doing housework. The key is to coordinate your breathing with your movement rather than holding your breath or breathing randomly. For walking, try breathing in for 2 steps, out for 2 steps. For swimming, develop a rhythm that works with your strokes. For housework, breathe out during the exertion phase, like when you are lifting or pushing, and breathe in during the recovery phase. A 2023 study from the American Heart Association found that people who practiced rhythmic breathing during light exercise had better endurance and reported feeling more energized throughout the day. Margaret started with just the diaphragmatic breathing for the first week. Then she added pursed lip breathing during her daily walk around the block. By week 3, she was incorporating all 5 techniques and told me she felt like she had found her breath again. 6 weeks after starting these breathing exercises, Margaret had a moment that brought tears to her eyes. Her 8-year-old granddaughter Emma called to ask if she wanted to go on a nature adventure at the local park, something that involved hiking trails and climbing the observation tower. Before her breathing journey, Margaret would have made an excuse. The thought of hiking trails and climbing stairs would have filled her with dread and embarrassment. But this time, something inside her said yes. They spent 3 hours exploring, laughing, and climbing. Margaret not only kept up, but she found herself energized and excited instead of exhausted and winded. That evening, as Emma hugged her goodbye, she whispered, "Grandma, you are different now. You are more adventurous." Margaret realized that stronger lungs had given her more than just better breathing. They had given her back her willingness to say yes to life. You deserve that same freedom. You deserve to climb stairs without anxiety, to walk farther without thinking about your next rest stop, and to feel confident saying yes to activities you want to enjoy. You deserve to feel like yourself again, energetic, capable, and ready for whatever comes your way. Here is your gentle challenge. Tonight, before you go to bed, find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Practice diaphragmatic breathing for just 5 minutes. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly, and focus on making that belly hand rise and fall with each breath. Do it again tomorrow morning when you wake up. Continue for 1 week and notice how your body responds. Some people, like Margaret, notice changes within days. Others take a few weeks to feel the full benefits. But everyone who sticks with it reports feeling more in control of their breathing and more confident in their daily activities. If you are ready to keep building your lung power and overall health, make sure you are subscribed to Senior Health Facts. We are here to support you every step of the way with practical, science-based advice that actually works in real life. Ready to take that first deep breath toward feeling better? Let us do this together. Many people ask how often they should do these breathing exercises. Ideally, practice some form of breathing exercise twice daily, once in the morning to energize yourself for the day, and once in the evening to help your body relax. Even 5 minutes twice a day can make a significant difference. Consistency matters more than duration, so it is better to do 5 minutes every day than 30 minutes once a week. People often wonder if these exercises can help if they have COPD or asthma. These techniques may help manage symptoms and improve your quality of life, but you should always check with your healthcare provider before starting any new breathing program if you have a diagnosed respiratory condition. Many pulmonary rehabilitation programs actually include these same exercises, but your doctor needs to guide you on intensity and frequency based on your specific situation. Another common question is how long before improvement is noticed. This varies from person to person. Some people feel more relaxed and centered immediately after their first session. For measurable improvements in lung capacity and endurance, most research suggests 2 to 4 weeks of consistent daily practice. Margaret noticed she was not getting as winded during daily activities after about 10 days of regular practice. People want to know if they need any special equipment. Absolutely not. These exercises can be done anywhere. Your living room, bedroom, even sitting in your car before going into the store. The only thing you need is a few minutes of time and a place where you can focus without distractions. Many ask whether they should do breathing exercises before or after physical activity. Both can be beneficial, but many people find it helpful to do a few minutes of breathing exercises before physical activity as a warm-up for their lungs and respiratory muscles. It is like stretching before exercise. It prepares your body for the activity ahead. After activity, breathing exercises can help your body return to its resting state more efficiently. Let me share how to avoid harmful breathing habits and replace them with helpful ones. Instead of shallow chest breathing, which uses only 30% of lung capacity and increases fatigue, practice diaphragmatic breathing, which improves oxygen exchange by up to 15%. Rather than holding your breath during activity, which reduces oxygen to muscles when needed most, coordinate breathing with movement to maintain energy and prevent dizziness. Replace poor posture while breathing, which compresses lungs and reduces capacity by 30%, with upright posture and shoulders back to allow full lung expansion and deeper breaths. Instead of focusing only on inhaling, which traps stale air and limits fresh air intake, give equal focus to complete exhaling to improve air exchange and lung efficiency. Rather than inconsistent practice, which allows muscles to weaken without regular training, commit to daily breathing exercises to build and maintain respiratory strength. For your daily breathing routine, start your morning with 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing while still in bed or sitting on the edge of your bed. This oxygenates your body and helps you feel more alert and ready for the day. During your lunch break or afternoon rest, practice pursed lip breathing, especially if you are planning any physical activity like walking, gardening, or climbing stairs. End your day with 5 to 10 minutes of box breathing to help your nervous system relax and prepare for restful sleep. This can also help reduce any stress or tension from the day. As a bonus throughout the day, whenever you notice yourself slouching or feeling stressed, take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths and check your posture. This simple habit can prevent shallow breathing patterns from taking hold. Save this routine and share it with someone you care about. Better breathing benefits everyone, regardless of age or current fitness level. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we have shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health and breathing techniques. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your exercise routine or if you have any existing respiratory conditions. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what is right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what worked wonderfully for Margaret and Robert might need small adjustments for you based on your individual health needs and circumstances. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey towards stronger lungs and better breathing. The experiences shared by individuals in this video are personal accounts and should not be considered typical results. Your individual results may vary based on your health status, consistency of practice, and other factors. Take care of yourself, breathe deeply, and I will see you in the next video where we will continue building your foundation for healthy, vibrant aging. Done.